Hello, I'm Dr. David Feeney. Welcome to our course. I'm the guy in the center of the picture, surrounded by my student friends. You can see the title of our course on your screen, as well as my email address, my cell phone number, and my website. Okay, folks, on the big board behind me, you'll see our focus for this week, Education in the News. I'll be reviewing these education stories taken from the news that accentuate this week's discussion topics. Our first focus is Washington, D.C.'s Stuart Hobson Middle School. Education Week spent 6 months reporting on how Stuart Hobson is implementing Common Core standards. And in this, part 4 of a 4-part series, the results are in. It appears that recent test results show reading scores are 4 percentage points higher than in 2012 and have risen 13 percentage points over the last 6 years. Scores in math, science, and composition rose at Stuart Hobson as well. In general, Washington, D.C. schools are far from where they need to be, with just under half of all students reading at grade level. The success of Common Core at Stuart Hobson kicked off a celebration event, which involved Mayor Vincent Gray and school's Chancellor Kaya Henderson. Chancellor Henderson stated that this is not episodic success, it's systematic success. We saw growth at every single grade, in every ward, and in all the subgroups. That tells me that it's not just dependent on the quality of the principal in one particular school. Our next focus is a short history and visual tour of the word Redskins as a sports team name. We'll begin with this Education Week story about Pennsylvania's student newspaper who has banned the use of Redskins. The athletic teams at Neshaminy, Pennsylvania High School have been known as the Redskins since 1928, but student newspaper editors have banned the use of the word Redskins in their own student newspaper, the Playwickian, voting 14-7 earlier this fall to stop using the name in all future issues. Here we can see the logo of the Neshaminy, Pennsylvania Redskins. And putting this logo together, I thought we might want to look at the use of Redskins as a sports team name across the United States. So let's check it out. The word Redskin first appears in a Merriam-Webster dictionary in 1890. 8 years later, Webster's Collegiate Dictionary notes that the term is, and I quote, often contemptuous. On the screen we see a cartoon about the Oorang Indians, founded by dog kennel owner Walter Lingo in 1922. The Oorang Indians was an NFL team made up entirely of Native Americans and coached by award-winning athlete Jim Thorpe. The team's popular halftime shows featured tomahawk throwing demonstrations and appearances by Jim Thorpe himself. Interesting to note that Jim Thorpe popularity was such that an entire town in Pennsylvania is named after him, Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, and dedicated to his life as a groundbreaking athlete. Let's move now to Cleveland, Ohio. In 1951, sports writers dubbed the Cleveland Indians' Native American logo, as we see on our screen, Chief Wahoo. This caricature is still in use today. Back to the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area. In 1962, the Philadelphia Warriors basketball team changed its Native American caricature logo, as we see here, to a simple plain headdress. In 1969, the imagery is dropped altogether. Now moving to Washington, D.C., in 1967, the Washington Redskins register its name and logo for trademark. The Washington Redskin fan Zima Williams, you see here on the screen on the left, begins appearing at home games in a replica headdress. Chief Z, who's African American, becomes the unofficial mascot of the Washington Redskins. To quote Zima Williams, The older people been watching me so long, they don't even say Indian. They say Injun. There's my Injun, to quote Chief Zema Williams. And Chief Z still goes to games in his regalia for the Washington Redskins today. Hoo-ah, everybody! You've come to the end of our presentation, and it is truly fist bumping time, even if you're someone who doesn't quite understand the concept of bumping fists. Well, folks, we've come to the end of our video presentation, and I hope that you found it practical and useful. I'm Dr. David Feeney saying I look forward to learning with and from you. And to all our hardworking students out there, I want to close by saying much respect, people, much respect. Take care. Bye now.